Some places feel wrong in a way that's hard to explain. Not dangerous. Not abandoned. Not even ugly. Just fake. Like you walked onto a movie set before the actors showed up. Everything is clean. The lights are on. The space clearly has a purpose. But standing there too long feels like you're somewhere you're not supposed to be. Like reality hasn't fully loaded yet. It's a weird feeling, because nothing is actually happening. There's no threat. No sound. No movement. And somehow that's exactly the problem. Your brain keeps waiting for something to confirm that the place is real. And when nothing does, the whole environment starts to feel artificial. Like a background. Like a simulation. Once you notice that feeling, you start seeing it everywhere. Movie theaters during the day are a good example. Not at night, when they're packed and loud. During the day. Like 11 in the morning. You walk in and everything's technically open. The lights are on. The screens at the counter glow. The carpet is patterned and clean. But there's nobody there. Maybe one employee behind the desk. Maybe no one. The huge lobby just sits there, empty, like it's waiting for an audience that hasn't been rendered yet. The space is designed for crowds. Noise. Lines. Movement. Without people, it feels oversized. Like the scale is wrong. Your footsteps echo too much. Your voice sounds out of place. It stops feeling like a building and starts feeling like a prop. New neighborhoods feel like this too. Especially the ones that were just built. Rows of identical houses. Fresh paint. Perfect lawns. No cracks in the sidewalk. No trash. No dents. No signs that anyone's actually lived there. It looks like a stock photo of a neighborhood. Sometimes there aren't even cars yet. Just empty driveways and closed blinds. It's not abandoned. People will live there. Maybe some already do. But it feels unfinished. Like the idea of a neighborhood without the evidence of life. No bikes. No toys. No random clutter. None of the mess that makes places feel human. It feels staged. Like if you knocked on the door, there wouldn't be anything behind it. Model homes are even worse. They're designed to look lived in, but no one has ever lived there. Fake fruit in bowls. Fake books on shelves. Beds that have never been slept in. Everything is arranged too perfectly. Nothing is out of place. You walk through them and it feels like you're trespassing inside a life that doesn't exist. It's almost convincing, which somehow makes it more uncomfortable. Your brain expects small imperfections. A jacket thrown over a chair. A crooked picture frame. Something human. When every detail is controlled, the space feels artificial. Like a 3D render you can walk through. Parking garages late at night hit the same nerve. Concrete. Fluorescent lights. Rows of empty spaces stretching out in every direction. They're not abandoned. They're just between uses. But something about the repetition makes them feel unreal. Level after level that all look identical. No sound except the hum of lights and your own footsteps bouncing off the walls. You forget where you parked even if you just got there. There are no landmarks. No personality. It feels less like a place and more like a placeholder. Like the world's default texture. If you stood there long enough, it feels like nothing would ever change. Grocery stores right before closing have that same strange energy. Most of the shelves are still stocked. The lights are still bright. Music is still playing quietly overhead. But there are only a few people left. Employees are cleaning. Restocking. Half paying attention. The store feels like it's shutting down around you. Like you stayed too long after something ended. During the day, grocery stores feel normal because they're chaotic. Carts, lines, conversations, noise. Late at night, all that disappears. And what's left feels hollow. Like you're walking through a place that only exists during business hours, and you accidentally slipped past the timer. Office buildings might be the strongest example. During work hours, they make perfect sense. People moving. Phones ringing. Doors opening and closing. After hours, they feel frozen. Desks sit exactly how someone left them. Coffee mugs half full. Chairs slightly pushed back. It looks like everyone just vanished at the same time. Not evacuated. Not abandoned. Paused. Like you're walking through a screenshot of earlier in the day. Everything suggests life, but there's zero proof of it happening right now. And that gap is uncomfortable. Because humans are supposed to leave traces. When those traces feel too still, it feels wrong. All of these places share the same basic problem. They're built for activity. For movement. For people passing through. When you remove the people but keep everything else exactly the same, the space loses its purpose. And your brain notices. Humans are extremely sensitive to context. We don't just see walls and floors. We see expectations. A theater expects crowds. An airport expects travelers. An office expects workers. When those expectations aren't met, the world feels slightly broken. Not enough to panic. Just enough to make you uneasy. Like you're early. Or late. Or out of sync with time. That's also why these places feel connected to liminal spaces. And why the backrooms idea stuck with so many people. It's not about monsters. It's not about danger. It's about being trapped in a place that only makes sense when you're moving through it. A place that doesn't react to you. A place that feels more like a background than a location. When a space stops acknowledging you, it starts to feel fake. Like you're not supposed to be there long enough to notice it. Maybe that's what makes these places so uncomfortable. Not that something bad might happen. But that nothing will. The lights will keep humming. The air will stay still. And the world will feel like it's waiting for everyone else to show up. Except they never do.